I just kind of remember I never really enjoyed church. I always felt like I had to put on a facade and kind of be somebody that I wasn't. I always felt like I just kind of had to be better than I really was. And so that's kind of what Christianity was to me, was just being better. Going into college, I was really focused on a couple different things that I thought would, make me happy, bring me fulfillment. I wanted to achieve well academically, set myself up well for a career post-college. I, wanted to have a lot of friends, make a lot of friends, and be well liked by people, have people's approval. But fast forward to my junior year, and I kind of had everything that I thought I wanted. Had just been a rush captain. I was now an officer in my fraternity. I had all these friends. I was well liked. I was well respected. I just gotten this internship opportunity from this really great company for the upcoming summer. And so I had all of these things that I told myself, if this is true of my life, then I'm going to be happy. But the reality is that I just really wasn't happy. And so because of that, I started to read my Bible for the first time. I started to pray for the first time. I started to kind of ask questions, who God is, what that means for my life. And that's when I really thought that I'd become a Christian. But fast forward again to my senior year, and I'm having a conversation with one of my friends, and he's just telling me about how his life had been just radically transformed by his faith. And he asked me, hey, do you have a faith? And I was like, yeah, man, my faith is really important to me. And he was like, well, what does that look like? And I was like, I read my Bible every once in a while. I pray every once in a while. I go to church sometimes. And then he asked me, well, what would it look like for you to put God first in every area of your life? Your relationship, your career goals, you're going out and partying with friends. And I immediately kind of shot that down and started justifying everything that I'd been doing. And he looked at me and he told me, he said, man, you tell me that your faith is really important to you, but you kind of sound like a fraud. And it just hit me that I was a fraud, that I said that I believed these things, but my actions really didn't show that. I said that I trusted God and had faith in Him, but I really didn't. Sam shared the gospel with me. He shared Ephesians 2:8-9. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. And I realized that Christianity wasn't about me being better. The God that loved me enough to send His Son to die on the cross for me wasn't a God that was trying to rob me of life or rob me of joy or keep good things from me, but that He was a God that wanted to give me life, that knew the best way to live and just wanted me to trust Him with that and trust Him with my life. So in that moment, I just kind of decided that, hey, I'm going to go all in on this. And I don't even really know what that means, but I'm just going to have an open hand in my life. And, whatever I find, whatever God tells me to do, I'm just going to trust that that's the best thing for me. That's the best thing for my life.